2019 Range Rover PHEV. To accomplish that goal, Owen's team turned to powertrain supplier ZF for an essential component. The P400e uses a ZF gearbox that packages 8 speeds, an 85 kW electric motor and dual clutches inside an automatic transmission case. That allowed engineers to bolt the same 4WD transfer case it uses on the conventionally powered Range Rover to the back of the transmission, without re-engineering any chassis components. Under the hood of the P400e is Land Rover's new Ingenium 2.0-liter 4-cylinder in that engine's most potent form, delivering 296 horsepower and 295 pounds-to-foot of torque. Land Rover says the combined output of the powertrain is 398 horsepower, hence the 400e nameplate. 4-cylinder turbocharged engines are excellent at delivering refined performance at low speed. And you get the benefits of turbocharging when you work that engine harder too, says Owen. So, the gas 4-cylinder gives you that duality of performance. And that really complements a PHEV powertrain. Underneath the cargo area sits an aluminum-cased 13.1 kWh battery pack that Land Rover developed with Samsung. And to fit the pack, the cargo floor is raised by about 1.5 inches. There's a 7 kW onboard charger and the pack can be fully charged in just under 3 hours using quick charging. And because these Rovers are wide, the charge port is integrated into the grille instead of the side of the vehicle. The battery pack allows the P400e to drive up to 30 miles on pure electric power and cruise up to 85 miles per hour. That range is certainly competitive. But it's the blending, distribution and tuning of that gas and electric power that make it a Land Rover. Behind the shifter is an EV mode button that when pressed allows the Rover to drive solely on electric power. This function is available only in specific modes within the terrain response system: Auto, Comfort, Mud and Ruts and Grass, Gravel, Snow. In Raw Crawl mode, we found in testing that even though the torque was excellent for low-speed maneuvers in places like Moab, we had better performance using both engine and electric combined, says Owen. Rock crawling tends to be a very long, slow and precise process. And we don't want to use up the battery, get halfway down the trail and then have the engine kick in at some crucial moment and upset the chassis. He also explained that sand mode requires gas and electric power too. The heat of the typical desert environment combined with the heavy drag on the tires from deep sand and high AC loads would deplete the battery very quickly. And while these PHEVs maintain the Range Rover's 35.4-inch water fording capability, it's not recommended to attempt that depth in EV mode. That's because with the engine off, a water crossing will flood the exhaust and leave behind muddy deposits that will, eventually, ruin the catalytic converter. The P400e offers some unique features that should make it appealing to those who stay on pavement too. The Rover's save function allows the driver to essentially freeze the battery level until you want to use it. Rover's predictive energy optimization program can be enabled when using the navigation system and using elevation data from the maps. Make your route as efficient as it can be. For example, the quickest route might be completely flat. But the system might see a hilly side route that will allow more electric use. The system knows that it can use electric power to crest the top of these hills because it will replenish the pack on the way back down to Reagan. And more time using electricity means more fuel is saved. Speaking of the navigation system, for 2018 both the Range Rover and Sport receive a major interior upgrade. The new Touch Pro dual 10-inch screens for infotainment are backed by next-generation hardware and look brilliant. The touch screens are flanked by 2 large knobs to control back and seat heat, cooling and massage functions. The terrain response system functions are adjusted with the traditional knob behind the shifter or, for the first time, through the touchscreen. Range Rovers also receive new optional seating systems front and rear that are softer, offer a wider range of adjustment and much more comfort than before.
you.